All right, guys, so if you're watching this video, number one, I'm in the car, as you can see, at my son Ryan's baseball game, waiting for it to start in a few minutes. But if you're watching this video, I'm putting this together for you because you have said that between the area model and the distributive property, you prefer the area model for multiplying by one-digit numbers. Well, we're shifting into two-digit numbers now. And so I'm going to show you what the area model looks like for two-digit numbers so you can decide if you still like this strategy when we have that type of a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to myself. And I'm going to show you the first problem here. So if you remember about the area model, the area is the space inside of a rectangle. And we know the formula for area is area equals the length times the width. So when we're working with one-digit numbers, if I said the length was 6 and the width was 2, the area is really easy to figure out because we know what 6 times 2 is. We know 6 times 2 is 12. Well, when we started to have bigger problems than this, we realized that that wouldn't always work for us. So we switched over to something like this. If I had a length of 345 and a width of 9, well, I don't know my 345's times tables. And so what we did was we said, okay, I don't know what 9 times 345 is, but I can take 345 and I can break it down into expanded form. 300 plus 40 plus 5. And I do now know how to multiply 9 times 300, 9 times 40, and 9 times 5. And when we put those answers inside these boxes, then our area, the space inside the rectangle, becomes our answer. And so we're going to use that same idea. It's just going to be a much bigger problem because we have more digits. So this problem becomes 45 times 39. Now, we know that we don't know this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 45 and I'm going to put it into expanded form, 40 plus 5. But I have to now do the same thing for 39 because I don't know if I just put 39 here, I don't know what 39 times 40 is. And so that's not going to be very helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up 39 into 30, and this time I'm going to go down plus 9. And so now what I have is everywhere I have a plus sign, I'm going to draw a line, plus sign, draw a line. Now everywhere we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of our answer here, and we're just going to be using box and dot. So for this box here, this is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12, with 2 zeros. So that part of my answer is 1,200. For this box here, that's going to be 30 times 5. Well, 3 times 5 is 15, and we have 1 0 here. There's no zeros here, so we don't need to worry about that. For this box, it's going to be 9 times 40. Well, 9 times 4 is 36. And I don't have any zeros with my 9, but I do have a 0 with my 40. So I'm going to add 1 0. And then 9 times 5, that's just the fact, 45. There's no zeros in either factor. So you can see this is a much bigger problem already. And now all I need to do to find the area is I need to add up all of these numbers. I don't recommend that you add them up all at once. That's typically when we make our addition mistakes. And so what I'm going to show you is it makes a lot more sense to add them in pieces. I'm going to take two of the bigger numbers, 1,200. Oh, wow. 1,200 and 360. So I'm going to add those pieces up and I get 1,560. So that took care of this one and this one. Now I'm going to take the 150 and add that to 45, my last two pieces, and I get 195. So now I've taken care of the other part of the area. And so now what I need to do is take these two pieces, 1,560, and add that to 195. And 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 9 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And 1. And so now I get a total answer of, and I know it's hard to see, 1,755. What's really nice, guys, is that you now have a strategy to see if your answer makes sense, to check if you made any big Bob mistakes. To do that, I'm just going to take a quick trip to the spa. That's about 50. That's about 40. Little box and dot, calmness here. That's 5 times 4 is 20 with 2 zeros. I can see my answer should be about 2,000, which is what I have here. It's not very far off. So I'm thinking my answer at least makes sense. Now, estimating can't help fix a check for a Sally mistake, a small mistake, but I don't think I made any big mistakes here. Let me show you another example. For this one, I would have a length of 69 and a width of 28, but I don't know that. So I'm going to stretch it out into expanded form. 69 is 60 plus 9. 28 is 20 plus 8. And now I just have 4 pieces that I need to work with here. So 2 times 6 is 12 with 2 zeros amongst both factors. That gets me 1,200. For this box here, it's going to be 20 times 9. Well, 2 times 9 is 18. I have 1 0 here, and I don't have any zeros with the 9, so we have a 1 total 0. 8 times 60. Well, 8 times 6 is 48. Sorry about that. With 1 0 between them, so that's 1 0. And my last box is just 9 times 8, and which is 72. So I can see, guys, that my answer is right in here. And so I'm going to take all of those numbers, and my final answer is what I will get when I add them together. So I'm going to take 1,200 plus 480. I'm just going to take 2 of my bigger pieces and add those together. So that takes care of those 2. Now I'm going to take 180 plus 72, add those together, and I get 252. So my final step, guys, is just to take these pieces, 1,680 plus 252, and we are gonna get, let's see, 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 2 is 9. We get 1,932. And quick trip to the spa will determine if I'm close. That's about 70. That's about 30. And little box and dot action, that would be 21 is 7 times 3 with 2 zeros. I am definitely close. My answer makes sense. I didn't make any big bob mistakes, and we're ready to rock and roll. This strategy, if you take a look, that's a lot of work. There's work all over the place. And there will be even more work if we deal with a 3 by 2 digit problem, because this would be 392 is my length and 64 is my width. That means I have to stretch it out even more, because 392 is 300 plus 90 plus 2. And then 64 is 60 plus 4. And so you're going to see that in a 3 by 2 multiplication problem, we're going to have 6 pieces that we need to put together, which shouldn't surprise you, because 3 times 2, 3 digit times 2 digit is 6. And that's how many pieces there are. In a 2 by 2, 2 times 2 is 4, there's 4 pieces. So we just have to remember box and dot. 6 times 3 is 18, and we have a total of 3 zeros here. So we have a pretty big piece right off the bat. 6 times 9 is 54, and I have 1 0 in the 60 and 1 0 in the 90, so 2 zeros here. And then 60 times 2, well, 6 times 2 is 12 with only 1 0, is 120. Now I'm going to down to my 4. 4 times 3 is 12, and we only have 2 zeros here. 4 times 9 and 90 is 36. We only have 1 0 here. And then 4 times 2 is 8. And so to finish this one up, guys, we have to add 6 different numbers together, which can be very, very easy to make a mistake. So I don't ever recommend that you do it all in one shot. Take some of the numbers, like I'm going to take 18,000, which is a big one, and 5,400. I'm going to take another big one, 1,200. And so that is this one, and this one. And when I add these up, I get, let's see, that's 14 carried 1. I get 24,600. And now I need to add together my last 3s. That would be 360, 120, and 8. And when I add those together, I get 488. So those are all of my bits and pieces. To get my final answer, I just need to take 24,600 and add that to 488. And I'm going to get a quick response here of 25,088. Now, you can see all the work that went into this. I can take a quick trip to the spa though and just see if I made any big mistakes. Again, it won't help me catch any small mistakes, but if I made a big, ginormous mistake, my estimate, 1, 2, 3 zeros, my estimate won't be anywhere close to what I got. My estimate is about 24,000, totally rock star, close to 25,088. Now take a look at this entire screen. This is what the area model looks like for a 3x2 digit multiplication problem. This is what it looks like for a 2x2. It's a lot of work, takes up a lot of space. I want to make sure this strategy can work for you. It might not end up being your favorite, but I want to know if it makes sense. You're going to have some practice problems to try now. Hopefully it does make some sense to you and you enjoy it.